Hey y'all, Matt Taylor coming at you with another As Real As It Gets vlog. This is day 3, it's still early spring, just about to hit mid-spring. Last night after I signed off, I did a contract on field number 8, plowed that field for the neighbor, got about $50,000 for that, and as soon as I finished that pretty much right before I went to bed, the ground froze, so I can't do any more plowing contracts right now, and it snowed again as you can see. It was dirt before when I signed off last night, now we got snow on the ground again. And now we've got this rain-snow mix coming down, so I think today is going to be doing a lot of chores around the farm. I need to get some of that equipment back to the farm. Maybe I'll fill it all up, get the seed filled up in my seeder, get the lime into the lime spreader. I can maybe head out to field number 4, do the liming out there. I did notice that the PV Mart down the road put in a bunch of bins so I can fill up my seed, I can fill up my lime and my fertilizer down at the PV Mart now, which is an awesome addition. I think I am going to buy a seed tender so I can run seed back and forth with my truck if I need to. So I'll fill that up. Basically going to get as much as I can done around the place today. Maybe it'll warm up and the ground will thaw and then I can do a little bit more plowing. Maybe I can do some liming. We'll just have to see where the day goes. In any case, I'm going to head down to the dealership and pick up some of that equipment. Here you can see those nice new bins that they put in at the PV Mart. So I can fill up all I need there and really get ready for spring to hit so I can get seeding as soon as possible. You know, since it's a snowy day and I don't have that much to do, I'm going to hit up Timmy's before I get anywhere else. Alright, so I got my Timmy's, gonna head down to the dealership. So obviously I didn't have a tractor with me, so grab the lime spreader, I'll fill it up at the PV Mart on the way home so it's ready to go for field number 4 when I have the chance. And then I'll grab the Steiger, bring it back, get the seeder, and then I should have everything back at the yard. So here we are at the PV Mart, ready to fill up with lime. So as I'm filling up with lime here, you can see I've got it in tons. I can also show it in pounds if I want to, whichever I choose. And once I see the total amount of lime that I'm going to buy and the dollar value for that, then I can go and enter that into Farm at Hand, keep track of all the inputs that I'm buying so I can really see what my profit margins are like. So it cost me about $4,000 for almost 24 tons of lime, or 48,000 pounds roughly, give or take. And like I said, I can enter that into Farm at Hand, really keep track of my inputs, how much I'm paying, and that's going to be important for really keeping track of my finances here. So I don't have any sheds built yet. I am going to have to do that at some point, but for now we'll just turn this around and we'll keep it parked here in the yard, and I'll go and bring that Steiger back to the dealership and pick up the seeder. So I'll drop the disc off here, take the Steiger down to the dealership, and pick up our seeder. So we'll get our air cart hooked up to the toolbar here. Make sure we connect the hoses, and we'll be on our way. So I'm not going to stop off at PV Mart here and fill up with seed. I'm just going to get this thing home because things are slipping and sliding all over the place with this freezing rain, and I just don't want to take the chance. So I'm going to get this home. I'm going to call a buddy, get a ride back to the dealership, and then I'll go back and get a seed tender, fill it up with seed, and I can fill up the tank that way. Well, there we go. I got it all home in one piece, safe and sound. Now, one of the neighbors that I did a job for the other day told me if I ever needed a ride somewhere, they'd do it. So I'm going to go give him a call, get a ride down to the dealership, and then I'm going to buy a seed tender, grab some seed, and bring it back here to fill up my seeder. So I called up the neighbor, take me down to the dealership. He said he'd be a little while. So I called up a contractor, said, you know what, I need a shed to store my equipment in. And boom, here we go. I've got myself a shed, store lots of equipment in here. It's going to protect it from the rain, the snow, everything. So I'm really excited to be able to store things in here. I might need another shed at some point once I get some more equipment, but I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. For now, I'm pretty excited about this one. And I'm going to head on down to the dealership as soon as my buddy's ready, and then I'll go and pick up that seed tender and get going on filling up my seeder. This beauty only sent me back about $34,000, which is a pretty solid deal. Well, okay, that shed wasn't the only one. I went a little bit shed happy, and I know it seems like a lot right now, and you're probably thinking I'm the kind of guy who goes overboard buying all this equipment that I don't need to start out with, and then buying these sheds. And well, truth is, I kind of am, I guess, but I really like these sheds. I think that they're going to come in real handy later on down the road. Right now, obviously, don't have the equipment to fill them up, but you know what? I think in due time, I really am going to get a lot more equipment and really expand the farm. So I wanted to start out with enough sheds to really have the space to get that equipment that I'm going to need in the future, and there we have it. So that left me with about $60,000 in the bank, but now I'm going to head down to the dealership, get that seed tender I talked about, and bring it back home. Then maybe hopefully in the afternoon it's going to warm up a bit, so I can maybe do some more plowing contracts, maybe head out to field 4 and spread the lime I've got in the spreader, and then I'll see what else I can get up to. So I'm back at the dealership to buy that seed tender, and don't worry, I swear I'm not going to buy anything extra this time. So I got my seed tender, and I'm here at the PV Mart filling it up with seed to bring home to the seeder. That's all I need, so let's get this thing home. So while I'm waiting for the seed tender to fill up the seeder, I may as well show you how I'm going to track all my inputs in Farm at Hand. So if I pull up my Farm at Hand app on my phone here and go to my Inputs tab using the left hand sidebar, first up I see the seed that I've bought. So I bought just regular seed, almost 11,000 pounds of it, and if I tap on that, I can go in and I can see the exact amount that I bought it for, how much it was per pound, when I bought it, and who I bought it from. So I bought it at the PV Mart for just about $1.16 a pound, and that came out to about $12,700. And if I flip over to the fertilizer tab, you can see I bought 2 different types of fertilizer so far. I've bought lime and my regular nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium fertilizer, or NPK for short. If I go into the details there, you can see I bought 47,600 pounds of lime. Lime's pretty cheap, came in at about 8.5 cents a pound, so the total purchase price there, about $4,000, again purchased from the PV Mart. And if I look at my NPK fertilizer, I bought just over 14,000 pounds of that, coming in at about 90 cents a pound, total purchase price $12,800, and again, bought it from the PV Mart. So I've got my seeder all topped up with seed and fertilizer, and now hopefully you've got a bit of a better sense of how I'm going to be using Farm at Hand to track my inputs and how much it's costing me to grow my crops, so that on the other end, when I harvest, I can track how much I'm making and really determine what my profit margins are like. And on that note, I do have some really exciting news about a contract that I was offered when I was down at the PV Mart filling up the seed tender, but I do think that should wait for next time because I'm going to try and get out in the lime spreader. It's getting nice and sunny now, it's warming up. It was 2 degrees last time I checked, and I just really want to get out in the field. But don't worry, tomorrow's vlog I will definitely tell you more about the contract. So here I am, field number 4. As you can see, there's still a lot of snow on the ground, and I just don't think I'm going to be able to get this lime spread today. So I guess that's going to be it for today's vlog. I'm going to get some rest, I'm going to head home, shore up the rest of that contract I was talking about before, and I will tell you all about it in tomorrow's vlog. Thanks a lot for watching. Matt Taylor, out.